No, Mom, I don't want to go to Grandma's funeral, okay? I want to record Comic Kitchen with these guys I met online. Get out! Hey, if y'all want, we can start the episode. You can unmute. Great.
Yeah, I think you made the right choice. I think you made the right choice, Ryan. Fuck your grandma. She was racist.
Thank you. Hey, guys.
So now that means that you have internalized racism and
You tried to tickle my butthole. That wasn't cool.
Okay. Yeah.
This is Comic Kitchen. This is a podcast.
The worst podcast of all time.
Let me finish the
This
introduction.
podcast is dog shit.
Let me finish the introduction, okay? This is Comic Kitchen. In Comic Kitchen, we look at comics and see what they're cooking. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan, and with me we got Blade.
Hi.
Hi. We got Tribe.
Hey guys, welcome back to another
What's
video.
up? What's up, guys? It's me, Tribe. I'm a devoted father of 4 beautiful daughters, and I give my life to the Lord. Praise
Hi,
be.
how are you?
And we got
Hi,
Zion.
how
over
are
here.
you?
Hey guys.
Cool. And today
Hi, Zion.
we are going to be talking about the most important thing imaginable: DC animals and maybe a Marvel animal. Because I like Hawkeye's dog.
But the only interesting ones are DC.
No, I like
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
and then
No,
we'll-
Hawkeye's dog's cool. Like in the Mad Fraction run.
Yeah.
Man,
Or
fuck
pizza.
that dog.
It's pizza, right? Isn't his name Pizza?
No, I think
Is
his
it
name's
Happy? I
actual
forgot
name's
what-
Lucky, but people just call him Pizza Dog.
Lucky.
Like
I
it's
don't
cool.
used to love cheeseburgers.
Lucky?
No, not.
Okay, wait. Before I just reminded like that one copy pasta where it's like Tony used to love cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah, I know what the meme you're talking about. Where it's just like it repeats the Tony used to eat cheeseburgers, and then Aunt May is like happy you're having a stroke.
Tony used to love cheeseburgers.
But and if y'all haven't read like the Hawkeye Mad Fraction run, there's like a whole issue where like it's from the perspective of like Hawkeye's dog. He can understand like only a few words that humans are saying. He thinks in like images, so he doesn't have any like thought bubbles. It's all like little tiny icons, and you can kind of like decipher like what's happening in the story just by like what he's seeing. And it's kind of neat to like piece it all together and stuff.
I love dogs. They're so cute.
I also love dogs. Dogs are pretty cool.
But yeah, today we're talking about super pets and other topics.
Just other shit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We're a little goofy
we have
today.
we have a lost episode, but we won't talk about it till it comes out. I won't say what it's about, but it's about a certain guy named Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
That's right.
Spider-Man.
That's right. We're gonna be talking about OMAC.
Yeah.
That's right. We're gonna be talking about Holy Terror.
Oh man, we're doing like a big like Omnac. We're doing like an Omnac run. Like we love Omac here. I'm a big.
I was
Omac
a big fan of OMAC. I remember when I bought the first OMAC #1 in August 31st, 1974.
Oh,
I was
really?
Yeah.
So are we,
Not a lot of people know this, but I'm actually like 53.
so are we gonna talk about these super pets first, or can we talk about something else before we get to the big pets? I want to talk about the elephant in the room. This like I said, this is a comic podcast, but we do talk about comic book media. So I want to talk about my adventures with Superman. If you guys want to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Too woke.
Yeah, let's talk
Too
about
woke.
it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's too woke. And you know what? I have a problem because
Yeah.
the lesbians they don't look hot enough for me,
There's
so I don't like
lesbians
it.
in like actually.
No, I don't know. But I
Okay, so
just saw on Twitter about some guy was like getting mad because like
It's just like a buff girl and a girl in a buzz cut. People just thought they were like lesbian.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're
yeah,
just
from
like,
the one
oh,
that crash guy on Twitter.
So like okay, so
Yeah,
there's, like, so what I'm gathering is like for the trailer for the latest episode, well the one that's about to come out. There's like a scene with Heatwave and another character.
Yeah, Livewire.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they are, yeah, that's cool. But like, I remember someone was like freaking the fuck out, being like, "Why they like this?
That
I
makes
hate
me
this design."
angry. Why they make the gorilla gay?
Yeah,
Hold on, I think I can
They
probably
were gorilla gay.
find
It's
it.
crazy.
you
Well, I
ain't
mean, the
hot as
gorilla's
hell.
been
I'm
gay
gonna-
for like since the 80s.
Yeah, and Heatwave was kind of I don't know what niggas are talking about. That's a bad
Those
bitch.
niggas do not care.
My Adventure with Superman is a unique take on Superman. It's very different from like a lot of Superman takes or like origins, and I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It is very unique, like having like Deathstroke and having Flash, a lot of Flash villains, and also using Kryptonian. So here's the thing: metahumans do not exist in My Adventure with Superman, but they're all Kryptonian. They all get their powers from Kryptonian technology, being like it breaks, it fucks up or something, like messes with DNA. That's a unique idea. I'm not particularly the biggest fan of it, but I don't think it's like a terrible show.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
it's just like not. I just think it's just one of those things where like the show like has to like find itself.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's a different take for Superman and just DC in general. So like Anthony Ivo Parasite, which if you guys don't know, in the comic books, Anthony Ivo made what's
Parasite,
his name?
not Parasite. Amazo.
Yeah.
Amazo. He's known for making Amazo with Lex Luthor. But in this version, he's now like a parasite. It's like an app he uses to like make like an armored suit.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And like the suit is like in the suit is like literally is like draining him, and it's like really the only thing that's keeping him alive.
Yeah, like it's a unique take. I will say what I don't like though is I really do not like Deathstroke. I'm sorry. It was a really weird choice to get fucking Jerry from Rick and Morty to play Deathstroke. Not even that, but just like he does. Like okay, so during the time we're recording this, I think My Superman is like episode 9.
Yeah, in episode 9. Episode 10 is gonna come out I think this Thursday.
Spoilers for that episode: Deathstroke does lose his eye, but I'm like okay, I like Deathstroke, not particularly certain adaptions of him, but just not having an eye. He's a younger Deathstroke, and it's a new take for that character. So I'm not the biggest fan of it, but like I said, it's a new take on Superman. So I think the
best comparison would probably be the Batman cartoon from I think 03 or 04. So it does like
2004.
In 2004. Yeah, it does a lot of the same things that I think that show does, but it's like a bit more modern.
Actually, I was gonna compare it to Beware the Batman, where like what is it? Katana's like the sidekick in that one. He fights Dr. Kagan Anarchy. Deathstroke's like the overall villain in that story. And, like I think like Man-Bat is like a sidekick also, which is like it's a unique take for those characters. So like you kind of have to like take it as like with like a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I will say,
Clayface in the 04 shows like Clayface being friends with Bruce.
Clayface is supposed to be the stand-in for Two-Face in that show. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I actually really do like that for 04. But I was gonna say, what I will say though, I love the chemistry between Lois and Clark. I feel like that is like the heart of the show, and I feel like they do it really well.
That's why it's called My Adventures with Superman, because at the heart, the show is about the relationship between Lois and Clark.
Despite all like my weird issues with like a lot of the villains and stuff, I do think the main cast is like them. I actually I really do like the dynamic between like Clark, Lois, and Jimmy. Like they feel like those same characters.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's his name. Voices Clark. What's his name from The Boys?
Jack Quaid.
He's actually like I really do like him as like a Superman. To be honest, I was really surprised.
I do find it ironic he went from being in a show we has to like fight evil Superman to like just plain Superman. I think that's very funny. I think it's definitely still trying to find its footing because it feels a little too, the pacing is a little weird. I feel like it's going by too fast. I think. Yeah.
It needs more filler. Like this is like a type. I hate using the word filler because like anime guys have just like ruined like the term and like I don't know, but like it needs a little bit more fluff.
It feels like a show that should be like a
22
should have like a long season. Yeah,
and like I'm sick of like the 8 to 10 episode like long seasons, and it may probably would have had like a longer season if all the changes for Warner Bros didn't happen. I'm sure like it may have been longer if it actually aired.
It may have been longer, but like since there's like a regime change, in the middle of like production, it probably got like cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like I said, no, it does feel like if this was like a Saturday morning cartoon, I feel like the show would flow a bit better. Like I still do think it's fine, but like I said, I do feel like there was like maybe there've been more episodes of like seeing Superman like fight like other villains or like expand more of his cast. I guess.
Yeah.
It's an overall decent.
It's
show.
getting there, but it's like it just doesn't feel like there's a
I
lot.
feel like it's gonna be the first season again is also just trying to find its footing and shit,
Mhm.
and then they'll go real hard with their next.
Yeah, no, there are like plenty of shows where like they didn't really hit their stride until like maybe like 2 or 3 seasons in.
Yeah, and that's like one of the big
But
problems
this
with
is
like
still
streaming.
this is still a good season.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah.
still a good
Because it's like
season.
if the people don't see like the immediately like the show like knows what it wants to do from the get go, people just like drop it and then it gets canceled.
Yeah,
I will say this though, like I said, like it's a unique take, but like what's his name, Alex, supposed to be like Lex Luthor. He's just like a little twink. Are you okay, Tom? Did you fucking fall?
Yeah, you okay? Did you break your little legs? Your widow legs, you snowflake?
Continue your discussion.
okay.
All right. Alex. It's trying to be like a different Superman origin. I like most of the villains, but it's just like I feel like we're still trying to figure out They're still trying to figure out what they want to do.
There's a puzzle
Especially
that's
with
still.
the turn that we're expecting for this next episode. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
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 I
Former
really hope that season 2 doesn't just like. I hope that it does. They do delve into like the Kryptonian backstory a little bit. But I hope there's more aliens or technology.
I think
besides
they
Kryptonian
might
stuff.
they might like delve into that a little bit during the season finale because just from like the promo for this
Oh yeah.
for it just that seems like what they're gonna do.
Well, I
I think
have a feeling that like the season finale is gonna like he's gonna finally understand what Jor-El is saying, and it's probably gonna be revealed that like the bad Kryptonians that they saw was like Zod or something,
Yeah.
or it could be like a new interpretation.
I was figuring that was gonna be Zod or some shit. I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. This episode's only been like a couple episodes. I will say this though, I do like the use of like his lightning power, which is Superman.
I really do like the idea of Clark getting his powers like over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he gets like like Grant Morrison's idea of Superman, where like he gets stronger over time. He just has to just as older he gets, he just gets stronger and stronger.
And I'm hoping like because there's some aspects of the show that feels rushed. Besides pacing, like especially in the earlier episodes. Like I rewatched the pilot with my roommate a little while ago, and there's like a moment where it's like because all like most animated TV shows that air on television, you're gonna notice errors in it. The regular show is notorious for having continuity errors all the time. But there is like a specific scene in like in the pilot episode where like and Lois is meant to be like holding on to Jimmy's shirt, but in the next shot, Jimmy is so far away and her hands are just like up in the air and she's not holding anything.
Oh yeah.
And it's and like I don't want to be too hard on it because like it's surprisingly common like in animation to have like these errors, but also it's the first episode.
Yeah. So stop fucking judging it so hard, you chud.
I bet.
Do you just hate characters? Do you hate diversity, chud? Huh?
Yes.
Exactly. I think Ryan is trying to hide his Patreon.
But,
Yeah, I think Ryan is secretly a Klans member in disguise.
Okay, something
No.
I was gonna say. I think I noticed it, but like I said, Deathstroke loses his eye in like the last episode, so I'm guessing like when he puts the costume back on, it's gonna be like half. It's gonna be like black, like in the comic books, which is like,
yeah, that's
like I
what
said,
I'm
this
hoping.
is the Batman Superman still like it's a very early Superman's career, so like a lot of his villains don't have like their technology or like their like known powers or like all this like years of history, so it's something you have to get used to. Like I said, this is a very different take on Superman, and this is like still like the very.
You know what?
start
I
of
think
it.
that can segue greatly into a conversation we were having earlier about how much should we judge comic book media in like movies and TV just based off of comic book accuracy.
Comic book adaptation is perfect. Try that is a perfect segue. Let's talk about comic book
Yeah.
adaptation. So
I am not a proprietor of like comic book accuracy in like movies. As long as they get the essentials down, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Or as long as they don't,
I feel
or
the
as
same
long
way.
as they won't, or as long as they don't whitewash a character that like.
Here's my thing. I think as long as you have like the core like skeleton of
Yeah.
the origin. But here's the thing though. I have no problem with you changing like a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Like I think like in the Batman's parents being like, I know sometimes they do it, but like his parents being like not the best people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's
It gives
that's like
and it gives
core-
Batman crisis a crisis of faith.
Yeah, like I have no problem you change like a little bit like those aspects, or like making like Kryptonians being like a peaceful race, but actually they're like warmongering like invaders.
Yeah.
Like that's a little bit of a thing. Like I think that's fine. I like that. I have no problem
Yeah.
if you tweak it just a little bit, you can either make it really
Mhm.
good or really bad. It just depends on like
Yeah.
what you change, I think.
I think the best example of like straying away as far as from comic book accuracy as possible is, I think, Mr. Freeze in Batman the Animated Series, because before that, Mr. Freeze was just like just like this goofy Silver Age character that was like, I'm gonna freeze the puppy shelter and I'm gonna steal all the puppies, Batman. And then in Batman the Animated Series, he's just like this, tortured guy who's been turned into like this creature, this like frozen monster that just wants to, see his wife get better.
And it's also like that, and like I want to say, like Richard Donner's Superman has like a lot of like Krypton stuff is directly comes from Richard Donner's Superman, and now that's like that's directly like Superman's origin now. Like the way Krypton looks directly comes from like that movie now, even though that was taken from the movie. No, I mean,
Yeah.
like, that wasn't comic accurate at first, but now it's a thing. Yeah, no, comic accuracy. It's one of those things where people just kind of
I don't
Cherry
think
pick-
They make
comic
too much of it
accuracy-
because
I don't
Go
think
ahead.
comic accuracy should deter whether something is good, but at the same time, when you stray too far away from the comic Watchmen, then
Watchmen's a little
you
bit
kind of miss the
different.
point of it.
there's two different spectrums. I think on the good end of that spectrum, you get Mr. Freeze from BTAS, and on the other end of the spectrum, the bad side of the spectrum, you get Deadpool from X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I think
yeah, pretty much.
I think it's also according like if they're trying to adapt a specific story or if they're very heavily influenced from a very specific story,
Yeah, no, that's when it's important.
or if they're doing their
Yeah.
own thing. Like Batman the Animated
Yeah.
Series are doing their own thing. Even to an extent, even though Batman v Superman is kind of influenced visually from The Dark Knight Returns, it's still doing its own thing for the most part.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's his own adaptation of like Frank Miller's idea of these characters.
yeah.
That's all
Which
I
I
can
think
say.
when you view it, like you said, like I think you told me this before, but like, when you view it as like something that's heavily influenced by Frank Miller's work, you start to see where Snyder was trying to go with that movie. But unfortunately, it just still isn't a very good movie.
Yeah, no, like BVS, I feel like I said, I can, you can definitely tell that Zack Snyder likes Frank Miller's adaptation of these characters, and like
Yeah.
once you think of it like that, I like it clicks.
Well, I don't know. I feel
I'm
like
not-
I feel like he likes Batman's interpretation, like by Frank Miller.
I
Not-
mean,
not necessarily
I'm not-
Superman.
I know, but sort of just like the whole idea of like, what if, how reactive superheroes like actually existed, how the world react to that.
Yeah.
And sort of the whole idea is to make Superman sort of like trying to be like a government puppet in quotations. You know what I mean? Sort of like, oh yeah, like he's being like, strings are being pulled to like make Superman seem like a bad public idea. It's a unique take.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I can say.
Yeah, because like I for me at least, I don't think Zack Snyder tries to make him like a puppet like Frank Miller does. I feel like I think Snyder is like strictly establishes that like he's willing to like work with them, but like I guess, but not he's not gonna like abide by them, you know?
Yeah. I think he's taking like directly from Frank Miller, but I'm saying like at least like that core idea of some of those characters. That's like at least like what he's really inspired from, and he's trying to
Yeah.
like, yeah. I think we're figuring it out.
But
Yeah, we're getting
speaking of
somewhere.
Superman, he's got a lot of pets, doesn't he?
He does.
You sure?
And you know which one we should talk about? The one that everybody knows, the big one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Supergirl's horse that she also fucks.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know, but he's in my favorite one of my favorite DC stories, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And like his death,
That's well,
spoiler, his death is like a main like plot point in the book.
Hmm.
So
yeah. But speaking of Supergirl, we should talk about Streaky the cat.
oh yes, Streaky. I know absolutely nothing about Streaky, like besides what I learned from the Crypto show.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Do
here.
you want me to read? Do you want me to read off her her wiki page? It is
Oh.
very interesting.
Comic Streaky's female?
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
thought he was a guy from the cartoon.
I think pre-crisis Streaky was a guy, but then post-crisis Streaky became a girl.
I think I vaguely remember the origin of Streaky. So isn't Streaky like a normal cat that somehow got like
It's a normal cat that got jealous of Crypto and somehow got powered to touching like a fucking rock and I gave him powers.
dang? Well, yeah, let's read a little bit about Streaky.
While witnessing a meteor shower in Midville, Linda Lee decides she wants to try and find some of its fragments for study. Changing into Supergirl, she goes to the site where the meteor has crashed and finds that a portion of it is kryptonite. Using a lead tin, she manages to collect it for her study to try and find a cure for her and her cousin's weakness to kryptonite. After numerous tests, which ultimately create what will be referred to as X-kryptonite, Linda finds the whole experiment a failure and tosses the kryptonite deep into the woods so it cannot harm her. The next day, she saves a stray cat from a dog, naming it Streaky. She takes it back to the orphanage where she is allowed to keep it as a pet. While playing, Streaky comes across the X-kryptonite and its radiations give Streaky superpowers. Taking a cape from a Superman doll, Streak, calling himself the Superman cat, goes into action, knocking over a milk truck for other strays to get free milk. Streaky then gets back at the dog that terrorized him earlier. Hearing the supersonic meow, Linda decides to go and check out things at Supergirl. She is shocked to find that Streaky has superpowers just like hers, and decides to preoccupy the cat by having it play with steel cables as though it were yarn. After some play, Streaky's powers begin to fade, and Supergirl is forced to return the cat to Earth on her own. With the cat seemingly back to normal, Supergirl wonders just how Streaky managed to get his powers in the first place.
So what I'm hearing about Streaky is that like Streaky attacked the big milk overlords and gave all the milk back to the people.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah,
strays.
Streaky is a I really like that Streaky's character is very anti-big milk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Streaky-
anti-authority.
Streaky-
I
is a socialist.
Mm-hmm.
imagine
He thinks that she thinks that milk should be free for every animal, for every
imagine like a new Grant Morrison book called like Streaking the Authority. Oh man, I can't wait.
Okay, now let's read her Prime Earth like history. It's very short.
Wait. So you're telling me that Streaky was there during Infinite Crisis and she didn't do anything?
I guess not.
Streaky,
Yeah, bro.
I
She was just chilling.
like to think that Streaky like saw Supergirl like die in Crisis on Infinite Earth and like, oh, ain't nothing I can do about that. She started looking at herself.
He's just
All
like, I can't.
All right, now let me read off the history of Streaky from the New 52. It's really short, but you're gonna shit yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay, she bears a grudge against Crypto, although she has a crush on him. Despite her reluctance to work with Crypto ever again, she came out of retirement when Crypto and Titus got the team together to take down an alien pet thief.
Yeah, why does Streaky have a crush on like they're like?
Wait, Blake, were you asking where they were during Infinite Crisis? Where Streaky was during Infinite Crisis?
Yes, where was she?
Well, you want to know where she was during Final Crisis?
Where?
During Final Crisis, Streaky is first seen in Supergirl's apartment as Supergirl urges her not to pee in the laundry. After the escape of the anti-life equation, Supergirl takes Streaky to the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh,
Streaky
that's
have
a
powers.
penis. Yeah,
I
Streaky's
think
like a
so.
normal- Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Streaky has powers in that. That's yeah.
Streaky.
I will. Speaking of which, I guess this is kind of related, but like, I love how like Crypto Nufi 2 was just like a wolf, like a wolf man though. Like depending on like how he was drawn, it was like he looked like more like a man than like an actual like wolf.
You see,
It's expectations, but I kind of like it. I like Crypto being like a prehistoric dog, kind of.
Yeah.
I think
cool.
the idea is cool. I wish there were. In that case, I wish there's two Cryptos. Like there's like the cute little dog Crypto that like Superman has, and like I feel like
And the wolf.
the wolf Crypto.
Yeah.
That wolf Crypto is like I feel like would be great with like
So
Connor Kent.
important.
That should be like super. That should be like, the super crypto.
So important question. Well, if Crypto eats like chocolate, will he die?
No, it's like there would have to be chocolate kryptonite. And I think that would probably would have been like a funny like Silver Age story. It would have been about Lex Luthor making like kryptonite chocolate to try and give the Crypto the dog.
I think it's just funnier that like Crypto can just like eat chocolate and die.
Yeah, he eats chocolate.
He's just like he's a super dog, but he's like has all the weaknesses of a regular dog.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor's like, you see, Superman, I gave him grapes, onions, and chocolate. All
And I
that
put a little bit of battery acid on him too.
just a little bit, and some antifreeze just to make sure. Yeah, no, we love. What breed is Crypto most of the time though? He's like a
Kryptonian.
no, like the breed of dog though.
Oh. Kryptonian.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
He's literally, just a fucking wolf.
No,
He's just a
Crypto
wolf.
is sometimes depicted as resembling a Labrador Retriever, a plain white Dalmatian, a white Shepherd, or even a primitive dog, such as a Spitz type dog.
Yeah. Can't be the Rock voiced him.
Yeah. Speaking of Crypto, we got to talk about the one page where Superman's mad that Crypto's wearing his cape.
Oh.
Give it back. He's just a dog.
That is my cape. Give it back.
That's
You're a
edited.
dog.
You know what
Doesn't
the
even fit.
you know what the actual like panel says?
What?
Yeah, it does.
It does this during James Robinson's run, I think, either on Action Comics or Superman. But like, Crypto does something to save the day, and Superman like there's like a crowd of people, and Superman like points at Crypto's like, look at my dog, and clap. He just saved you all.
Yeah. And you see Crypto, and he looks like a dog. He's just like all happy. And he has like his tongue out, and he's like panting. It's very funny.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You want to cheer? A hero? This is a hero.
So it's like what? It's like so like what? Why did he do?
Yeah, look at the fucking no eye pointing marker. He's like pointing at the fucking dog. This is my kid. Give it back. You're a dog. Doesn't even fit.
So he's being like so aggressive about this dog, like saving the city.
I love that like Crypto is like just drawn so like realistic, so he doesn't really have like an expression.
He just looks like a regular like dog.
I think so. I just saw the image.
He just looks like he doesn't give a.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a dog. He doesn't know what he's saying.
So can we talk about the best DC super pet?
Yeah,
And
Jumpa. Jumpa.
That is the GOAT. The
Jumpa.
GOAT.
It's Jumpa.
No, it's Rex the Wonder Dog. He fights.
No,
Nazis.
it's Jumpa.
Look at him.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we love Rex the Wonder Dog here.
What?
God, you
What?
saying Super Pets? You saying Super Pets reminded me. There was that movie that came out last year that fucking nobody watched.
Yeah.
I will-
The Rock.
So look. So I will say this about Rex the Wonder Dog. He's these like fucking covers are insane. Number one, this picture's fucking creepy. It's like these little kids like getting like his autograph, but like,
and
His eyes.
he doesn't look. He
Yeah.
looks vacant. He doesn't look. He's doing this like unwillingly.
This is gonna confuse our podcast, like our Spotify listeners. I'm sorry, but watch the YouTube channel. It's better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
watch
Why the
that
fuck?
one.
Why the fuck are you even listening to it on Spotify? You should watch. You're not gonna get a full experience. You need to watch it on
Well,
YouTube so you
okay,
can see all of the funny pictures.
if you're watching on Spotify, we'll just explain to you. But yeah, it's a picture of like Rex the Wonder Dog and some like kids are getting like his autograph, and it's a dog. Dumbass kid.
His eyes.
And-
Then there's
what
no-
he
then
done
there's-
is.
Then there's him riding a horse. I think it's like an old like Wonder Woman character. But okay, so you might be wondering, what happened to Rex the Wonder Dog? Well, sadly, I will tell you that Rex got canceled. All right, he
Okay.
What the fuck, Rex?
He did
Why?
he did
He
some like
dressed
native,
up as like a
Wow.
did
Come
some,
on, Rex.
did some Native American appropriation.
No, you can't
What the
do
fuck,
that.
Rex?
What the heck, Rex?
But yeah, I think this is like Wonder Woman's old dog. I think. Or
No, I don't think it is. I think he just happens to have like the tagline, the Wonder Dog. But
Yeah.
it's just like he's like a dog that
I
can do
forgot.
anything.
Yeah, Rex the Wonder Dog was a dog who was experimented on by like CIA agents. He's like a medi-human or something. But he has,
Let's read his character biography. Rex is a white shepherd dog who spent his early years in the U.S. Army's K-9 Corps alongside his brother Pooch. Early in his training, it became apparent that Rex had great potential, which resulted in Dr. Annabellis selecting him as a test subject for a super soldier serum. After receiving an injection of the serum, Rex found himself endowed with great strength, speed, stamina, and intelligence. And Dr. Annabellis was killed by a Nazi spy soon after, and as Annabellis left no records, this led to Rex being the only dog of his kind. Rex served during World War II, acting during the Italian campaign, and earning an unspecified medal for saving his handler, Lieutenant Dennis, from a German patrol, and later receiving a Silver Star for saving POWs. He and then Captain, later Major Dennis, followed this by serving in the Pacific Campaign against Japan, then later in Korea.
So he can fight Nazis, but not like appropriate like Native American people.
Oh, yeah,
so.
that reminds me. Okay, for people that don't know, back in the 70s, Green Lantern and Green Arrow were about to get canceled. So Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams took over
They said
story
combination.
Yeah,
combination,
yeah.
Drake. Combination.
But like so yeah, Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams took over like writing for Green Lantern, and like just kind of combined like the titles and did like decided to like make series like a crossroad adventure with like Green Arrow and Green Lantern, and it was like a very political book. It's tackling like issues of the time, stuff like price gouging by like landlords living in slums, like drug use. If you've probably seen this cover.
still pretty topical to today.
Yes, like racism.
Most of the stories still hold up pretty well.
Yes, except for the issue where Green Lantern and Green Arrow go to a Native American reservation, and Green Arrow convinces the people on the reservoir to fight back against like the people that are oppressing them by dressing up as a Native American ghost and projecting himself to the tribe leaders so they'll fight back.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Yes.
Oh my god! What the?
Yeah. Like,
That's insane.
That is insane. I get the intention, but really poorly executed.
Yeah, no, that's like if I fucking like pretended to like be Jesus and I told like a bunch of people at church to go blow up a Planned Parenthood clinic.
What's the name of the super monkey?
What's the name of the super monkey? Damn, I don't know. Let me look it up.
Monkey. Do you all know anything about like the
Beppo. His name is Beppo.
Do y'all know like anything about the Marvel like ape universe?
A little bit.
Okay, so
Hitmonkey.
Well, Hitmonkey's his main universe. There's a universe.
Yeah, Hitmonkey's different.
Yeah, there's a universe where everyone in that universe is like an ape, except for the invisible one. It's just a human. For some reason.
I was gonna say I was looking up the super monkey and I found this image. Can I post it in here? I don't know what this is what I found looking up the monkey.
Why is he doing that? Why did he do that?
Who made this?
That's
For those who don't know, it's a picture of Bleepo the super monkey ripping off Curious George's head in space.
But what I was saying was, there's a story of like a monkey character that was who was from main Marvel universe. He transports over to like the ape universe, but then he learns that like how the ape universe deals with their villains is that like they take them to court, and like when they lose court, they beat them to death. You can just beat like the villain apes to death. And he's like, I gotta get out here. and then like he breaks our law by accident, and like they try beating him to death, and he like somehow they cross over with Marvel Zombies, and yeah,
It's fucking hilarious.
yes,
Holy shit.
like imagine like you're like in court, and Iron Man's over there, and like guilty, and Iron Man's just pounding you, like beating Iron Monkey.
Let's beat him to death.
Let's beat him to death. I think the only like monkey character that doesn't like beat anyone to death is like Spider-Man, but I haven't like actually read the original story like that takes place in. I read the Marvel crossover where like the ape that crossed over to like their universe was like escaping, and they're still chasing after him for some fucking reason, even though he left.
I remember you mentioned Supergirl's horse. Would you mind explaining a little bit of that for audience?
Yeah, no, I'm curious because I haven't read Woman of Tomorrow yet.
Okay, so during the 50s, Supergirl got a pet horse who's also a Pegasus centaur.
He's a centaur.
Yeah. But anyway, the horse is sentient, and I can't remember if like he was a human that got cursed and turned into a horse, or if sometimes he could just turn into a human. But there was
he was a centaur that got cursed to have the head of a horse or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, there was a short stint of time where Supergirl was dating her horse, her Pegasus, in like the 50s or 70s. I can't remember when. Which really,
Because wasn't there like the longest where like he had like he didn't know that it was like a guy, like a centaur, but he had like he loved her for like years, and like he didn't know.
No, like the horse loved her for like years. I don't think there's a while she didn't realize like the horse was sentient. But didn't realize like, oh well, I'm a white lady. I want to fuck my horse.
Yeah.
Classic. That's a classic white woman moment.
Yeah. But anyway, in Woman, like I said earlier, in Woman Tomorrow, the horse comes back. They don't really mention the dating bit. They do. It is implied for like a split second.
Star Wars?
No, not the Force.
The horse comes back.
The horse. The horse comes back.
You have dyslexic hearing, Zion.
But anyway, the horse comes back and the horse gets like killed.
Can we talk about the best DC super pet, Protai?
Who?
Protai. How do you spell that?
I just looked.
How do you say that?
That ain't a pet.
That ain't a pet. That's a creature.
Nigga, what is?
Look.
That's a globido.
Proty.
Proty.
Bro, whose pet is he? What the hell?
You never heard of him? He's like an old Silverbridge character, but like he's like a weird like Legion of Superheroes pet.
Yeah, no, but that's not an animal. That's just he's just a creature.
No, he's a pet.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's a pet. Look at him.
Oh yeah, he did. Chameleon Boy adopted him as a pet.
Yeah, Protai. Can you talk about how much we love Protai?
Does Bendis bring Protai back in his run in 2019?
I fucking hope so, or I will kill myself. There's Protai the second, so he died. Oh my god.
There's two of them.
Oh, there's two now.
I don't know how he died.
That is literally just like a glob, but they gave it life, bro. What the fuck?
I'm just gonna say
That's crazy.
The first one
It's a
died.
glob. It's a glob to life.
The first one died in Infinite Crisis. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Of course, it dies in Infinite Crisis.
Protai! No!
No, Protai fucking died.
There's like a panel of like it like singing. I just look at it like it's like I gotta just the fucking. DC super pets are amazing. What
I
the
agree.
fuck are some of these? Zoink? What the fuck is this?
Is it Zoinks?
Jinkies!
What is this?
What is what?
It's called like Zoink or some shit? Z-O-O-K?
Oh, no, you gotta show us. What does Zoink look like? That is... What I don't know how to describe that actually.
That is
Like-
terrible. I don't like how that looks. That's like
He's actually an old Martian Manhunter sidekick.
Oh, okay.
oh
Imagine what how do you
This
describe
looks
that?
like some Disney shit.
Like, it's not even like Disney. It reminds me of like Felix the Cat, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so like it's like a orange Martian cat that has like an animated like cat like body that you'd see in like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, but also has like
yeah.
black hair and like little Martian antennas that Martian Manhunter doesn't have. So I don't know why the cat.
Yeah, I'm like
Creature
what
has
the
it.
why? What is it? Like what is that even supposed to be?
Yeah, it's it arrived on Earth from a space warp from another dimension.
It.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't,
comics are fucking awesome.
that's pretty
Oh
much
god.
Yeah.
a space warp trying to chase two criminals down, and then
Mm.
Martian Man helped it.
You know, this
There's
is
you know what we should talk about now?
let's
Let's talk about
let's stay on this
let's
for a
talk about-
second. I
Okay.
need to process this.
Mm.
Like the
Go on.
glob of like of dough or whatever. I can comprehend that for
Mm.
being legion of like superheroes, but the, like
They should bring him back.
I'm surprised Jeff Johns hasn't. Like actually, this is like the
Mm.
type of shit Jeff Johns would be like. Oh, I love this.
What
I
is it?
He did come back, but they like retconned it like heavily.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hmm.
Zoink Murph, I think, is just like a kid named like Zoink instead. It's just like a
that's
kid.
stupid. Oh.
Yeah,
It's not,
that's
it's not.
dumb. I fucking hate. We hate Jeff Johns.
Look, we have to kill Jeff Johns.
We have to draw and quarter him. We have to tar and feather him.
We have to go back in time and
Oh yeah,
get
he's
turkeys
oh,
off the menu.
he's an imp from the fifth dimension.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just.
We have to go back in time and stop Jeff Johns from writing comic books. That's right. I just said
No,
we have to go back in
no.
time.
We
and
need
stop
his
Jeff
Green Lantern.
Johns
You don't
from-
understand.
Nah.
You know why? Because
hold on.
Green Lantern is
I haven't read
Hal
it.
Jordan is snore me snore me.
Let's talk
Put
about
up a funny fucking picture of a guy sleeping and go snore because I'm gonna snore me.
I haven't read
Talk about-
Green Lantern's run, so I can't really talk about
It-
it. I like DC Rebirth. I like the one shot. So
So I'll say this: Jeff Johns, he hasn't cooked sometimes, but his Green Lantern is like it's not too bad. It's actually pretty
Mm.
decent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this though: Jeff Johns loves using like the number 7 for like anything in his books, like you know, and I
Yeah, seven.
He
He
just
really likes the
fingers.
number 7.
7 rings, 7 blah blah. You know what I mean? Like
But
7
it makes sense though because like 7 is something that happens like kind of naturally in nature.
Yeah. Yeah, and like DC, you know, there's like 7 Justice League members. It's fine. But before we talk about any more pets, can we talk about like Bat Cow? I love
yeah.
like
I love Batcow.
like the one story of Bat Cow like stopping like a guy like robbing a bank and like the guy just like fucking crashes. He like swerves out the way to not hit Bat Cow, and Bat Cow like saves the day.
My favorite like quirk of Damian Wayne is the fact that he just loves animals and won't stop adopting animals.
Mhm.
Oh no, I love that.
Oh,
That's
Bat Cow.
There's Batcow. There's Alfred the
Batcow.
cat.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, there's like one story of some guy like outrunning cops and Bat Cow sees it, so Bat Cow like walks into traffic and the guy just like he swerves out the way to avoid Bat Cow.
That's funny.
There's
Bat Cow.
Typhus the dog.
Oh yeah. What was the big demon thing he had for a minute? Like the red demon?
Oh, that was just like a man bat.
Oh yeah.
But like it's a nonsense. It's not like a man bat that was from like a person. Damian Wayne does not own a human that turned into a man bat. It just is like a natural
Yeah.
man bat.
Huh.
Mm.
I feel like there's more that we're just not thinking of.
Oh, it's Ace the Bat Hound. That's not
I
like
mean, yeah.
that was already a thing. Already like I think Batman already had that, but that's another Batman animal. Yeah.
Well, actually, in DC Rebirth, like he gets Ace after Typhus, so I don't know if that's
Yeah.
like continuity or not.
Oh, wait, there's a panel. There's a panel of Super Cal and Crypto meeting.
Yo.
I love it.
There's
Even back Cal.
Yeah, I love it.
Tribe, why is Batman telling Cal to shut up? Is he stupid?
and that's because he's a meanie. It's because he's being mean to them. It's not cool.
Because he watched his son die like a little while ago, and then like watched.
Okay, I gotta say this. I think it's like so. I think it's so funny. I'm just. Can this be like a comic of like all the Batman being like, Jason? Can we be honest? Get over it. Like I get it.
Yeah, you fucking. We've all died. You need to fucking
like
get
I
over it.
get it, but like we all died, and like Damian died, and he handled it like I know, like a lot better than you did.
He
like,
handled
no
it
offense.
like
He's
a champ. Well, then, but Batman also like literally went to hell to get him to bring him back to life.
to get him back. It's like yeah, we all kind of died once. Like even Superman died.
Jason. I literally went to fucking hell to bring you back to life for a second time. You need to get over it.
Jason, you need to kind of like grow up, Jason. I'll be honest. Like all of us have died at least once. I'm just saying, grow up.
I get Red Hood's a cool looking character, but I think for me to get on the Red Hood train, like the best way for me to get on the Red Hood train is for him to die again. If you're gonna keep him a hero, like unironically.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of like him coming back as a villain. But like they kind of stopped doing that because it looked too cool.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that. Are you crazy? The Jason Todd fans are gonna send a pipe bomb to the DC office if they do that shit.
Jason Todd fan get the characterization from fucking Tumblr.
They get it from fucking AO3 fanfics. That's crazy.
Also, I found
Fucking
like a Justice League poster of like the DC animals. This is weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, look in chat. It's like.
Oh god.
Yeah, the eye.
Yeah, well, I don't like how that looks. That's I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like the eyes. But
what the hell? This shit looks sinister.
Can we
I'm gonna be honest.
Can we talk about Jumpa now?
Yeah, let's talk about Jumpa.
Yeah, Jumpa. That's and for those of you who don't know, Jumpa is Wonder Woman's kangaroo. But they're actually called, but it's actually not a kangaroo. It's called a kanga. They're like bigger and they're stronger. But they're basically just kangaroos. But they're called kangas.
Does Wonder Woman ride around in the kanga's pouch?
Nah, unfortunately, she rides on it. She just rides on its back.
No, actually, she hyperfixates her power to go into the pouch.
Zion, we can't have you on a podcast if you're just gonna make up fucking words and say shit like this and think the people are gonna understand what you're trying to say.
Hyperfixation.
I'm like seeing like Jason Todd doing like a crossover.
Yeah.
I get like Prody.
Honestly,
Blaze.
Zion, I'm surprised you can even be on this podcast because it's really surprising that North Carolina's like education system was able to give you like the ability to read.
Okay, I was gonna say, imagine like Tom King's like Prody, with, like Jason, like Red Hood behind it, like Jason Todd's like, I can't get over my debt, and I'm really sad. And Prody's like, hey, Miss Prody, yeah.
My name's Prudy. Oh yeah. My name's I'm Prudy. I'm Prudy. Prody. Oh yeah.
I think Prody needs to come back. I really want Prody to return, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Can we like, if James is gonna have Prody, please. I'm Frankie.
Honestly, I think with James Gunn, we're gonna have like a lot of like CGI like creatures and like animals.
What the hell are you supposed to be?
No, yeah. There's no way that like. Crypto is literally the crux of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So like we will have Crypto for sure in the James Gunn DC
Gunn universe.
Yeah.
And I hope, and if it's true that Brainiac is gonna be the main villain of Superman Legacy, that we get Coco, his monkey Coco.
Oh yeah, and maybe like one of the Vac was like Prody in one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. God, I fucking love Prody.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
Oh yeah. But like, I don't know. But my thing like Red Hood though, like I just feel like a kid who just he hasn't like developed properly for like years, to be honest. That's like my only thing. He's just like he's kind of been that same like, oh, I'm sad at my death. I'm still sad about this. It's like
He hasn't. Yeah, no, his character hasn't moved an inch for like 20 years.
he needs just like a good writer. Personally, get Tom King on that. Come on.
Okay, I see the vision. I see the vision.
I like.
No, I think I like that idea, but the fucking Jason Todd fans are gonna flip their shit if like Tom King gets anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Because
Jason Todd
the people who don't like Tom King are those like fandom types that like have like an intense fandom over just like one character.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a Prody figure. I'm so fucking.
There's a Prody figure.
Really?
Yes.
What does it
Can you
look
send
like?
that? I want to see the. I want to see this Prody figure. I might. What the fuck?
That's just gum. That is like someone just like put gum together.
That is like how much does it cost?
I don't know. I think it's out of stock. I don't think
Is like fan made or is it like official?
I think it was official for a time.
It literally just looks like someone chewed up like juicy fruit and like put that shit together.
Hey, we love Prody here.
Hey man, it takes a lot of resources to put effort into ideas, you know.
I'm searching really hard to find this Prody figure. But yeah, no, Jason Todd Jason Todd just has not progressed as like a character. And I feel like if you get like a proper writer on there,
Like
maybe
what's the best?
Oh,
thing
I found it, Bladen. It's only selling for $40 on eBay.
I liked the zombie like task force thing that they did.
Oh yeah. Task Force Z, right? It was Task Force
it was
Z.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was
I liked it.
It's a cool idea. The story's kind of boring.
Does it connect with DC or is it like its own thing?
No, it's its own thing.
It's main continuity.
Yeah, it's its own thing. I will say this though, that's the last time we saw Mr. Bloom as a zombie, and that's it.
Oh, was he a zombie? I thought he was like alive. I thought he just like survived the
No.
explosion.
No, he was one of the zombies in that. Remember?
Well, no, I remember him being in it, but I didn't realize he was a zombie. I just thought like because he didn't look zombified, he just looked like he was alive.
I mean,
Well, I think Mr. Bloom is already like dead.
Yeah, he's already like an undead like plant guy. I don't think about it too hard.
Real question is, who is Mr. Bloom? They teased it and the original run he appeared in. Scott Snyder.
I forgot.
He's never coming back.
Yeah, he's never coming back. Just like remember when they had like their own like Arkham Knight for like the DC comic books, and it was like a whole different character.
And then immediately died. The next story she appeared.
Yeah, it was a girl. And she immediately died, and then she never came back after that.
Yeah,
man, yeah, they
DC pets. Oh, so do y'all know the lore behind this Lockjaw? I'm sorry to move on to Marvel, but like
no, it's fine.
Yeah, what's the story behind Lockjaw?
Yeah.
So I think this may have been retcon now, but like originally the idea was that like Lockjaw wasn't like a dog that got the Terrigen Mist. Lockjaw was an inhuman, but when he got the Terrigen Mist, it transformed him into a dog that couldn't speak.
That's fucked up.
Yes.
That's why. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's a nightmare.
Yes.
Mm.
No wonder.
You just have like the brain of a human, but you can't like express like any of your like emotions or thoughts just because you're fucking like just a dog.
Yeah, you're just like woof, and that's it.
What? Oh my god, Marvel writers can make some really fucked up shit sometimes.
Okay, but so going back to DC animals, let's talk about some that aren't like pets. Let's talk about like actual like animal characters. They're like not pets, like actual like humanoids.
No, it has to be pets.
What's the tiger from Shazam? The tiger.
Tawny Tiger.
Yeah, we love him. We love Tawny Tiger. He talks. That's all I remember.
Yeah, he talks.
I think he's technically a pet.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I guess.
His name is Tony the Tiger.
No, his name is Tawny Tiger. I think.
I
Wait,
prefer Tony.
What are you?
And then there's King. We love King Shark, right? We all love King Shark here.
King Shark's not a pet though.
Yeah.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count. You can't.
Yeah,
talk about
but we love King Shark though, right?
Yeah.
So I
I
accidentally
mean,
looked like Tiger.
hypothetically
No.
speaking, in the Suicide Squad, he was a pet, was he not?
Yeah, no, he did. He did kind of act like one.
Whatever.
And so I correctly looked up like the wrong thing, and I found this. This is like so unrelated, but like, what the fuck is this in chat?
What the fuck?
Serial mascot Tony the Tiger. This is like a movie.
I'd watch this.
It has an IMDb.
I
A
wouldn't
boy
watch this.
meets a man in Tony the Tiger costume and believes that he is Tony the Tiger.
We need to find this.
There's an IMDb for this. I'm a bit curious now. It's connected to one called Serial Mascots Tricks Rabbit. These
It
are,
only
like,
has
raw
900.
shit.
It only has 999 views.
Let's go.
This one's about two prostitutes meeting Tricks, the Tricks Rabbit. What the fuck am I? What? This guy just direct like was about like people dressed up like cereal mascots and like kids thinking they're them. This guy filmed like Big Brother. He worked on Big Brother and what?
What the fuck?
Let's move on.
think
I feel like we're
Yeah,
going.
we
We're
said-
going into some weird shit.
we fell into like a weird rabbit hole. Let's scratch that.
Yeah. Let's switch gears.
But
Yeah.
there is actually a Tony the Tiger DC comic.
What's the alligator pet alligator that like Isis's brother from New 52 gets?
Jesus Christ, you're really going for a deep cut there.
Well,
Yeah, I don't
it's a
even-
pet. Like, well, okay. The only reason I remember it is because like in 52, like there's like a whole storyline where Black Adam gets his own Marvel family, and then they all fucking die like horribly.
That's very funny.
And like his like Marvel Boy stand-in gets his Tony the Tiger stand-in who's an alligator, but turns out like the alligator has like a kill switch that was set in by like I think another Shazam villain. I'm not entirely sure, but like it's a caterpillar one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But like in like the alligator just like eats Marvel Boy or Black Adam's Marvel Boy. Like it just eats him.
Wow, wow. That's insane.
Just
Eh.
like me.
And it's crazy because like throughout his entire arc, Black Adam's wife Isis is like been trying like it's like I'm teaching you how to love again. I'm teaching you how to enjoy the world. And then she like gets like shot, and like as soon as like she's dying in his arms, she says, "Kill them all." And just dies.
What a fucking hypocrite.
And it starts World War III in the DC universe.
Oh my
Based.
Like it's World War III.
There has to have been at least like a dozen like World War IIIs in the DC universe.
Oh, that's what it's called.
definitely.
It's called World War III. Like they started like it starts like a mini event in New 52, and like it's the entire world against Black Adam and his nation.
Black Adam. Wow. Against Kandak, yeah.
You said this was this New 52?
No, not New 52. It's in 52, like the weekly series.
Yeah,
okay,
52.
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember now. Okay, I remember some of this now.
Yeah.
I remember like a little bit of 52.
And like it ends with like I think Captain Marvel or Shazam, whatever you want to call him, becomes the Wizard Shazam, and like changes Black Adam's like trigger word to be like Black Adam, and it's like, and it's funny because it's like, Billy's like it's something he will never guess, and then like next time Black Adam shows up in a non-52 thing, he goes to a diner and says the words because he wants to order like what the words are, and he turns to Black Adam like,
Oh, are you talking about when like what was it? His trigger word was like chocolate something. I forgot what it was.
chocolate pancakes, something like that.
It was like chocolate pancakes or something, and it would like summon his powers and like blew up like a whole like fucking like building full of people.
Which, to be fair, that is like a word you would never expect, like a guy who's been around for 5,000 years to say.
Oh yeah, no.
And also to be fair, it was a literal child.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was chocolate. It was chocolate egg creams.
Yeah, chocolate egg creams. Yeah. What else was I gonna say?
Man, damn! But chocolate pancakes is a lot funnier though.
Chocolate egg creams is still pretty funny. I don't know who the fuck wants chocolate.
Yeah, but chocolate
creams,
egg creams, I guess, is pretty funny too.
So, what are some other books you guys have been checking out recently? Some good books.
I wrapped up Icon a
Alright.
few days ago.
So basically, I'm gonna give
What
you
the
a rundown.
Zion? What the
I
fuck?
read.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What? What?
I was talking and then you
What?
yelled over to me. I was saying I read
Alright,
Icon recently. I wrapped it up.
Continue.
Thank you. I read.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna kill him. So I just read. I read Icon. I've been reading through Icon. And I just wrapped it up a couple days ago, and I really do like it. But you can definitely tell that it got cut short because
I will say
a lot of you can say that about because like a lot of like none of the milestone books ever like had a conclusion. They all got kind of canceled like mid-series.
I will say this: is there any viewers who want to check out Milestone? I highly recommend it because, like, man, like this not maybe there's like a hot take, but I really do feel like we've never had like a black superhero comic ever have like those sort of like discussions ever again.
Yeah.
For, like, Milestone books, and they're not. It's a bit sad to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't think I've ever seen like a book go through
Tackle social
conversations.
issues quite the way that milestone books do.
Yeah, like some Black Panther books kind of tackle it, but it's not. It's not really the same because, like, they're like you can't go like too like heavily political. It's a Marvel book, you know what I mean? So you can't like.
Not true. What about Green Lantern and Green Arrow?
Boo!
Boo! Woke.
You know where he's like, I heard you help all the people from all the other planets, but all the black people here, Green Lantern. He's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it was really sad. Yeah.
I think I actually like know verbatim what he says. So Green Lantern, I heard you care about the blue skins. I heard you care about the purple skins. I heard you care about the green skins. But there's people here on Earth, and actually never mind. I don't actually remember what the quote is, but he ends up saying.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Gotcha.
I've been reading about you, how you work for the blue skins, and how you on a planet someplace you helped out the orange skins, and you done considerable for the purple skins. But there's skins you never bothered with. The black skins. I want to know how come. Answer me that, Mr. Green Lantern. I can't.
No. I can't. He's just like, so like he said it like so like puts his head down like shaking his head like in sadness. It's so fucking
He's like
funny.
he can't comprehend this question. He's like damn, why haven't I helped out the dark skins?
Like actually, I do like that he says I can't. It says and it says I don't know, because I feel like I can't. It almost feels like if he would have said I don't know, it almost seems like
He's brushing him off.
yes, like if he said I can't, it feels like it actually like sunk into him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna say, Chad, about Icon? Give us your big wolf take.
I think that Icon is a very good book. I think the idea of like this alien who falls to Earth and becomes becomes like a black person pretty much, and like is immortal and is like lived through slavery and Jim Crow and all that, and he's made his way all the way up to the top, and he's like a black conservative lawyer, and he's kind of like lost sight of like where he came from. And so when he sees, black people like struggling, in the hood, shooting, selling drugs and all that, he's like, they need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and not do all of this gangster black shit. But then when he meets Raquel, who's Rocket, he's like, maybe that's not a good outlook. Maybe there are reasons why, people feel the need to do this, and I need to show them a better way. So I'm going to become Icon.
Maybe there are some systemic issues behind all of this.
Yeah, no, and it's kind of crazy to me. That's the big message of Icon, but so many Milestone fans, quote unquote fans, putting fans in hard quotes, seem to just not get the books at all.
Yeah, it's almost as if Icon is a big part of like that book is like him changing his view and realizing
Yeah.
that like this is a much more complicated issue than just like people being like lazy or drugs and violence just meant to be like a race. Like it's a very Dwayne McDuffie has always been a very intelligent writer. Like always had like a lot of nuance.
I mean, the
And I
man
think it's
was
so-
literally a scientist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's when people post like screens of the Icon saying something like, "Why don't people say this about Milestone?" And it's like Icon saying something that's like really like
That's
off,
that is
really
the character
wrong.
he is writing. That is not what Dwayne McDuffie believes. Because whenever people post those, people act like that's what Dwayne McDuffie actually believes. But if anything, his beliefs are probably more in line with that of Raquel's or Rocket's.
Like I said, it's a very nuanced like discussion. I feel like people just like very much misinterpret what like the characters are saying, and it's like I don't think you've actually read this at all, have you?
Mhm.
Like that's all I can like get from it. It's like I don't think you've actually read this, because if you would have actually read this, there are so many like contradictory panels saying completely different things.
I think a good example is this one I'm gonna like send, and Ryan can put it up. But it's like it's Icon looking around, and he's thinking about what Raquel told him about trying to become like Icon and how he could help Dakota City, and he's like, the child's words ring in my ears, echoing similar to words spoken by my wife so very long ago. I dismissed her wisdom, but I dismissed her wisdom then. But now I wonder, how could they live like this? How could I let them? I pretended that those who suffer under such conditions must have brought them upon themselves. And while they have lived without hope, I have lived a lie. Like, I've never seen them fucking post that one. I've never seen them post that page. Yeah,
not at all. I've never seen that. It's like it's so weird to me. But I feel like Icon's a very it's a very nuanced book. Even like the character Icon itself, I've always really liked, because I think Icon kind of represents, at least to me, what I took it from is that it's like
the older black generation almost.
I mean, also that, but like in a systemic society, being a black person, you want to be something completely different. But in society, people just view you as black.
It is a black man.
Icon is
like, I think a good example of this is like in his first like Icon's first like outing, when he's like trying to like save the mayor from like a hostage situation. As soon as he lands down, the super like cops want to just open fire on Icon and Rocket. Like as soon as they touch down. Icon's like, well, maybe, and he's like telling Rocket, well, maybe we can peacefully talk our way out of this. Maybe we just like talk, we can just say what we're here for. And then Raquel's like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like I don't think you've been here before. Yeah, But like I said, it's very nuanced. Like I
really like a big arc in the book is about Raquel finding out that she's pregnant, and then there's an issue where like she's deciding if she should get an abortion or not. And it's tackled like a lot of like maturity and like very like much and like a lot of like nuance too.
Yeah. Well, I got a question though. Do you think like in story, like the reason like why Icon's like views are like that is just for the mere fact he's been alive for so long. So like it's just so since like he's been alive for like hundreds of years or whatever. The fact like he is able to like actually like rise to the top just because like mere even like with all that's like holding him down, just the fact that like he's like been alive for so long, it's just easier for him to like get into that position. So he doesn't really think of like since more normal people don't live that long, or is
I think a big thing of Milestone, like I think like the big dynamic is that it's a discussion between like younger and like older like black folks. Like I said, a lot of older black people have that similar viewpoint where it's like, racism is like a lot of older black people are like, to be honest, are traumatized by like racism. Like they've experienced
they've experienced like some of the worst. They've experienced some of the worst humanity has to offer.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they've it's kind of like made them like retreat into like a shell where they're like of like respectability politics, where they're like all these blacks out here acting a fool with all the shooting
that makes sense.
and the
For, like,
and the selling drugs and the sagging their pants and all that shit.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
You've heard I think me and Blade, we probably heard this like same conversation like a lot, like around our our older family members.
The reason why I like Malton a lot is because like these are discussions like I would have my family members. Like I went to Rocket quite a bit growing up into like Detroit, so I would always have these similar conversations talking about like just like these similar like I said, I've never seen like these sort of like conversations like done in a comic book unless only in Milestone. Like these are conversations like I've had like with my family members.
That makes sense because like well, just the fact that like Icon is a character who went through slavery. It's like that parallel makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So like I said, he's experienced like the worst of humanity. So his viewpoint is like it's very like I said, he's like
if I was able to make something of myself during that, then why can't black people now?
If I were able to experience like the worst of humanity, I was able to bring myself out of like all these systemic issues.
Then why are they just
you do it?
Yeah, it's because you live for like 200
It's a very
years.
narrow mind view. Yeah.
But like I said, that's like the overall thing, like the big like interesting part of Milestone, seeing like these two like interesting like ideals go. These two like like I said different ideals go back and forth with each other, and just hearing them like just like talk. Like I think my favorite Milestone are the conversations.
Yeah. They feel very real.
Like I'm saying, like I said, that's like.
And you know why that is? It's because like pretty much the entire like creative, team at Milestone was black people, so they know better than anybody, how we talk to each other and like the conversations that we have.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of and like I love Dwayne McDuffie overall. Like I've been like rewatching like some like Static Shock, and like it's so weird seeing people just try to like take like his like stuff and like have like a bat face take on it. I think there's always been someone who's been like super like I like he's always had a very complex view on race and how like it affects certain people and certain cultures, and like I was just watching the Static Shock episode where Static Shock meets like Anansi, and he's like, back where I come from, we don't have black superheroes, so like it's like I love meeting someone like you. I don't have that similar sort of thing here. And Anansi just tells him like, yeah, there are superheroes come in all colors, and there are black superheroes all around the world, and like the Green Lantern, Vixen, Cyborg. But like it warms my heart. I love Milestone has like a personal like really close to me. But what have you been reading, Rick Ross? If you read anything recently?
I haven't really had time. There's been books I've reread, and we'll get to that in another episode.
Yeah, of course.
I read some X-Men books today. I read Jean Grey #1, and I don't even remember what the other one was.
Well, since we're on the topic of race, let's talk about race in X-Men. That seems
like applying race to the mutant metaphor does not work.
It falls apart very quickly when you start thinking about it, because like literally pretty much every single mutant, most mutants are like attractive looking like white people.
Yeah.
I always love where like the guy calls it what does he call? He calls like Kitty Pryde like a mutant. She's like, I don't know, I can't on YouTube, but she calls him the N-word, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah, no.
What?
Listen, I love Chris Claremont, but like sometimes he's a little yeah.
Why was Kitty Pryde like really racist? Like a lot of the older books, like I remember like one of them were like I know it was Jean Grey. She was like messing like with everyone's mind and put like Storm in like slavery, and Storm is like Storm's like.
If I remember correctly, and this is what you're referring to, I don't think that was Jean Grey's like actual fault. I think that was like during like the Phoenix arc, but specifically during the Hellfire bit of the Phoenix arc, where like this character named Mastermind was like controlling Jean Grey and making her do like the awfulest things. Yeah, no, like it's very much like the way Mastermind's powers work and like how it's what the subtext is. It's very much like there's like a parallel between that and honestly like rape.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No, Kitty Pryde, but Kitty Pryde though. No, she just says the N word like a couple times.
A lot, actually. Like a lot. And then like when the black people get mad, it's like, oh, why'd you say the hard R? And she said, well, now you know how it feels to be a mutant. And it's just like, what the fuck? That is not equivalent at all.
Yeah, because
you can like hide you can hide being like a mutant, but you can't like
Yeah.
And I think also too, it's just like I think people have like kind of a reasonable fear of mutants because it's just like, who knows? Like, what about the fucking some kid finds out he's a mutant and like whenever he sneezes, he just blows up like half the fucking town.
You see,
well, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't think it's like reasonable, but like
it's not reasonable, but it's like
it is.
You can see where like the humans and mutants, like you can see where they're coming from like that perspective, but it is like fucked up, yeah.
I was gonna say, how do y'all feel about X-Men being like a gay allegory though?
That works better, not honestly.
That works better. Yeah. It's like that, and also like for allegory for disabled people. Yeah, that works a lot better than like a racial allegory.
I will say this: the only reason I mentioned it because like the Iceman thing, man, that was bad.
What about the Iceman?
What do you
remember?
Mean?
Like Jean Grey like read his mind and was like, "You're gay." It's like, no, I'm not. No, I read your mind. You're gay. It's like, what the fuck? Like that is
just fucking nagging at him like that. That's crazy.
Like Jean Grey, what the fuck? You can't do that.
You can't just out people like that, Jean Grey.
Like what?
The panel, like without context, is bad, but it's a little bit better in story. It's still not good. It's not like she's just like saying it in the middle of nowhere. Like
it's not like terrible, but it's just like like I don't. Come on.
In the context of like the story, like itself, since like the original 5 X-Men got placed into like their future, which is like. And like for some reason Jean Grey's like telepathy, which wasn't like a thing in like the original Stan Lee and Jack Kirby stories, awakens, and she has a really hard time controlling it. So I'm guessing she just she probably just accidentally like saw like
he accidentally
and like in the issue where it's revealed, like she doesn't like just say, "Oh, Bobby, you're gay." And like in front of like the entire team, she like sits him aside, like, "Hey, Bobby, so it's a little bit better. Still, it's an invasion of privacy. I don't think it's necessarily intentional."
Yeah.
Not one of the anti-SJW guys where it's like, "Oh, this is like terrible woke garbage." It's just funny. That's it. I just think it's a funny thing.
And you know what? If any X-Men character, like any of the original 5 were to be gay, it would be Iceman. Because like
no, definitely, no. Iceman has always been a bit.
It's it's been alluded to in the past, like in the 80s and 90s. It's been alluded to the fact that is Bobby straight? Maybe, not really. Like and like there's like a panel of like Emma Frost being like, well, whenever you're ready to like learn more about yourself, come talk to me or something like that. And like and like actually 90s Jean Grey like says like something like, Bobby, is there anything you want to talk to me about? And Bobby's like, no. Okay. And then like the mall gets attacked, and then like onslaught happens.
Yeah, no, wow. I have no problem with Iceman being gay or all that. I think it's a fine. I just remember people like over was kind of a bit much. It was just funny. That's all my take was. But
maybe Beast. It'd be applicable to Beast as well if it wasn't for the fact Grant Morrison had Beast out himself as gay, but like he wasn't gay. He was just trying to get back at his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait, who did this?
Beast.
Grant Morrison.
Grant
Morrison's X-Men.
No, it's actually kind of funny because like it's like in not early on in the run, but like I think in arc 2, Beast like Beast's girlfriend breaks up with him because he's no longer like the Beast we know. He's now like Cat Beast, and like in the issue that she breaks up with him, or in the next issue, he's like, you know what? I think I'm gay. I'm gonna reveal I'm gay to the world. And like 10 issues later, him and Cyclops are like, just like in an elevator or something. And Cyclops is like, dude, I know you're not gay. Why'd you say that on live television? He's like, oh, I'm just trying to get back with my ex.
It's insane.
Get back at my ex or whatever.
Yeah. Shit, what have I been reading actually? I've actually been reading.
Yeah, go ahead, Blake.
I've been reading Wonder Woman Historia.
Oh yeah, I still need to read that.
God, I'm like halfway through it. I am like, the art is just like phenomenal. Like I don't know what to say. It is like some like mind-bending, like beautiful art. But it's a retelling of like how the Amazons were made, and you know, it's like a retelling like old like Greek stories. So like men are like very like malicious and like an old like it's fine. I don't know if people like say it was like a problem. I think it makes sense.
I think it's probably accurate to the time. I think.
Yeah, no, like Zeus, like it's just like Bill Cosby. Like a lot of those old like Greek stories, Zeus was like really bad. Like put him in jail. Well, I didn't put him in jail. He needs to be dead.
Yeah, you said Zeus is like Bill Cosby.
Yeah, have you not like read any like old like Greek?
No, I have. I'm just saying that's a very funny comparison.
I mean,
because like when you like said that, I just immediately started thinking about the Family Guy cutaway where like Bill Cosby's like dancing. And he's like the Cosby Show intro, but he's like dancing, and like all of the women who are in the Cosby Show are just like sleeping. They're unconscious. Oh, he's like dancing in front of them.
Honestly, if you just dissect like every like Greek god and their like reaction to like consent, they're
either Bill Cosby or R. Kelly or Bill Kelly.
Well, there's two Greek gods that like it's not applicable with, and it's Ares
or XXX Tentacion or Bill Kelly Tentacion.
You say Hades?
Like Hades, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, it's according like what.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah. Well, it's according to like how what version of the Persephone story you're like, you know, taking.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't want to say the original myth because like it's not really the original myth, but like in the oldest version of where like Hades and Persephone are both like, you know, king and queen of the underworld, it's very much a lot more consensual than like anything Zeus or Poseidon do.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think Ares actually like killed it. Like, there's a myth of Ares killing a dude because like he raped someone he cared about. I don't remember the specifics.
Well, at least we know Hades is like that's
yeah.
But yeah, no, Historia, like a whole big thing is about like women being mistreated and like a lot of Greek tales. So they make their own island. It's like I think it's fine. I actually really did like, and I feel like it makes sense. Like, so if you know like old Greek stories, you know women were always kind of like, they're subjugated. There's a lot of stuff that happened to them. Like I think like
and those stories are treated as objects, literally.
Yeah, literally. I think like the first part of the book shows like a whole bunch of like Greek vases, and it's like, oh yeah, in every single vase you see like men like doing something like phenomenal, like they're cheering or fighting, but women, they're like subjugated, being beaten, like used as objects, being like used. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very interesting. But the story is like a beautiful art. I think it's like some like an amazing like retelling of like Wonder Woman's history. I think it's cool, and I like that. I do like the Amazons being like rough and tough and not, you know, like not giving a fuck. I love that version of the Amazons.
Oh yeah. I just remembered another book I read. I read Immortal Thor by Al Ewing and I can't remember the artist. And the first issue was really good.
You only read the first issue?
Yeah, only the first issue of Immortal Thor is out.
Oh, that's good. Well, what's going on in this new Immortal Thor run? Then? I
think it's like only the first issue.
Yeah,
at
like
the
it's
moment.
literally just the first issue.
Yeah, but like, what happened like previously before that? They're like restarting. What's like the context before? I need to know.
Not really anything. I don't think there's like any connection from like Don Cates like Thor run to this one. They kind of just like revamp because like they don't even like keep like the costume from Don Cates run, they go with the old classic costume. They don't really explain like why he's wearing that. You literally just like jump in and you don't need context. Like the only context you need was that like Loki used to go by he him pronouns, but now uses they them.
Oh, that's fine. And then I gotta reread Wonder Woman Dead Earth because like man, Dead Earth is like phenomenal. I really do like Dead Earth. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember like when I saw it, I really liked it.
I'm like a big fan of like a very like I wouldn't say brutal, but like a Wonder Woman who doesn't like take shit from people. I've always really liked that that interpretation. Maybe not her being the daughter of Ares, but like I said, I do personally I do think Wonder Woman's probably like more powerful than like Superman or Batman. Just like out of the main trilogy, I always think she's like the most powerful one out of all three of them. That's just my hot take.
Maybe. I like the idea of Superman like Grant Morrison's like idea of Superman that like he can like he's already like even when the problem's happening, he's already thought his way out of it and like can like beat his way out of it. I kind of like that.
Oh no, I like that too. How do you I haven't read it yet, but I read it like a while. I haven't like finished it, but Earth 1 Wonder Woman. How do y'all feel about that one being
I think Wonder Woman Earth 1 is really good.
It's good. I don't want to go too much into it.
All right.
Why not?
I feel like that could be like.
Oh yeah, it could be a video. It could be like a video on its own. But apart from it, like really like sticks in my mind is it's like a flashback. It's like the 40s, and like there's like a female like Nazis like trying to invade Themyscira. I think it's called. I can't remember. It's called Paradise Island, Themyscira in Earth 1. But like she's trying to invade it, and then like the Amazons defeat like the Nazi invaders, and like as like for the punishment for the female Nazis, they're gonna put like a subservient girdle on her, and like when they do it, she like gets all sad and she's like, oh, why did I listen to Hitler? Wah, wah, wah.
I was gonna say, out of the Earth 1 books, I think probably like my favorite one's probably. I'm gonna be honest, Earth 1 Batman. I'm not really like the biggest fan of it. It's okay. I understand. But Green Lantern Earth 1 is like, I don't know if you guys have read it, but like I really recommend Green Lantern Earth 1. It's like probably my favorite Green Lantern book because it's like a space horror movie, but like with Green Lantern. It's like it's like a really interesting like take on Green Lantern. Like, oh man, I could like talk about it for days, but like, yeah, no, a lot of the Earth 1 books aren't like bad. It's just, I think like the Batman Superman one are probably just like, especially the Batman one is just a bit Also, that Batman one's been in like development hell for like years.
Well, I think it finished finally.
Yeah, I mean, it did took about what 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm reading the original Mirage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, and yeah, the peak as expected.
Oh, well, let's end this episode off talking about what is it, Mutant Mayhem? Did we all see it?
Yeah, no, I saw it. Yeah, I really liked Mutant Mayhem. I'm not like a big like Turtles guy, but like I really liked it.
I'm like,
sorry. Go ahead, Blade.
No, you go first. I have like a big tangent. You know me.
Oh yeah. I can say I've seen every single Ninja Turtles movie in like either a drive-in or a theater since I've been alive. Well, every single one that's been released since I've been alive. I haven't seen like the rubber suit ones. I also like the Drake name drop.
I was gonna say someone who's like, I really do like the original adaptation of like the original idea of Ninja Turtles because like I said, it's a lovely.
The original Mirage comics are great, and they're like a love story to comics that came around that era, but it's like really good at the same time in its own way. Yeah, no, the original story they tell.
You can tell that what it's parroting, that it's not more mocking. It's more like it's like a friend making fun of you. Like you can tell like they kind of care that they're making fun of this in like a loving way. That they're like they're big fans of like Frank Miller's work and like Daredevil and Batman. That this is like more of a parody love letter to like those like that time of comic books. But most of the Turtle books have like most of the Turtles like adaptations have like been very different from that original idea. But I will say this though, Mutant Mayhem, I think, has done something very different from Ninja Turtles, and I actually kind of like what it's doing now. By
it's interesting.
Like I said, I know like in like the original like cartoon or movie, like they're teenagers, but I feel like in this one it plays it up a lot more. Like these are actually like they're actual kids. Like these are like high schoolers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's sweet.
I think like each turtle adaptation plays up a different aspect of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like part of the word.
Yeah, either them being like, I think like IDW is like them being like ninjas. Like I think in that one they're like reincarnated like dead kids that Shredder killed like years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah. But go ahead, what you were saying. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. And like this movie plays up the teenage and the mutant aspect like a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I love the art.
Oh no,
They really feel like teenagers in the movie, and the animation is great. And I just like the theme of them, you know, they wanting to venture out into the world and actually venturing out and stuff. April was also really good in the movie too.
Yeah, no, April is like April and Leo are like the two characters that do not look malformed in the movie. Like everyone else looks like it looks like they've been either.
It's because they're the nice humans, so they look like nice. Because the whole thing about the Mutant Mayhem is that the art direction is supposed to be like if the turtles had like drawn it in like a notebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the whole.
It made sense that like all the humans were ugly because like I kind of figured like.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole message of like that's like a big like message or like a big theme in the movie. It's about humanity being ugly.
But I will say this though, it takes a new turn by having them actually like going to high school, because I don't think I've ever seen that like in a Ninja Turtles like run before. They've never like actually like been in high school. It's like I think there's some like short like Nickelodeon animation, but like I think that's it.
Yeah.
But like no, it's a fun like new rendition. I really did. I'm surprised how much I enjoyed it. I also like how like it takes a lot of like the mutant cast, like was it like Lockjaw and Bebop. What's the bat? I forgot the bat person, bat mutant or some shit. It makes all of them like family. Like they're already like allies, which is like, you know, like in most Ninja Turtle books, they're like enemies for like fucking like 3,000 like arcs until like, you know, they're like, oh, we're gonna be friends towards like the end of the book.
Yeah. So guys, you want to go ahead and like wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much? Well, yeah. How much do we have on this?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good way to leave up.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Comic Kitchen.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll try to get some more.
And subscribe.
And hit that little notification bell.
Yeah. So
make sure to watch all of our stuff. Make sure to get ready for our other episodes.
Thank you all for watching. And see ya. It's been we're Comic Kitchen, and yeah.
We were seeing what they cooked.
Yep. Thank you. Bye bye.
We saw what DC cooked.
Yeah, and their animals and some other things that we talked about. Yeah.
Like racial and other media things and Superman and other.
It did take a turn.
Yeah, no, but no, this was fun though. I think.